Hello, everyone, and welcome. Happy Friday. Happy Friday if you're happening to catch me, if you're happening to catch me live right now, or happy day, whatever day it happens to be that you, I guess happen is the word, happen to see me or come across this video. So I want to tap into something really quick and just say this out loud that I very specifically, before I went live on this video, ran some energy. And so the energy is flowing through me. And if you are being called to come across this video and you're this far in, 33 seconds in, then this message quite possibly is for you and it is the next for you. And so, if we've never met before, because I'm streaming live here in a few different places and spaces, my name is Chantel, and I teach many different modalities. And really, what that means is I teach you ways in which to come into your body, and to realize that you are this soul, this essence, this spiritual being that is flowing in, of, and around your physical body. And once you can tap into that and you can really land into I am this vibration, this spirit that's moving through my body, then you can come back to the essence. You can come back to the true empowered self. You can come back to your spiritual contract, the reason why you are alive, the reason why you're existing in this body, in this here and now. And those are the modalities that I can teach you. And I teach you to bring it back into the body and then back into your essence. But something even greater, grander, bolder, brighter than that is I teach you how to then be empowered and how to do this for yourself. So if you are someone who has consistently looked for, I'm going to use the term gurus or spiritual advisors or healers or mentors or practitioners or whatever it might be to help you to find yourself, to help you to align into yourself, to help you to, whatever it might be, like publish a book or to overcome some ailments, to lose weight, whatever the thing might be. I mean, there's like a billion different ways that we can look for others. We can look for someone on the outside of us to help us, to guide us into the next. What I do is I take it, which feels like underneath the root of that, and teach you how to come back into the essence of you, teach you how to come back into your body, and then again, come back into the essence of who you are so that you can then literally manifest the life of your dreams. So that is who I am in a nutshell. I'm the one who teaches you how to not have to do all of those things, how to go to someone outside of you consistently. I teach you the how to's literally step by step to create the canvas of your life, the canvas of this world, to experience life as you really truly desire it to be and to have and to acknowledge. And yeah, so if we've never met before, or maybe we have met before and you just don't know me in that kind of capacity, this is what I do for, and I'm going to put in air quotes, like a living, right? This is how I flow money through me. I flow money through my business. Is I teach people how to come home to yourself. And so if you were joining me live, I can see that Facebook is kind of giving the people the notice now that I am live. If you are here with me, I would love to know who you are. Say hi. The comments, I always come back. I always read every single comment. And so if if you're called to and inspired to working with me in any capacity, or you just have any question in general at all, I invite you to comment down below. It can be a question, it can be a comment, it can be anything if you're inspired to. It kind of like leaves the mark, the stamp of I was here from the universe in this container, this sacred container. And again, which I very specifically ran some energy that those that are meant to hear this message, those that are ready for the next, that's ready to put down the hustle and the grind and the overwhelm, the frustration and the confusion, in for peace and ease and flow and love, and to be bold and to move through life with this agility of just knowing that you chose this body, the essence, the spirit of you chose this body to move through the world. And by God, I'll be damned if I don't live up to what is, in a very 3D world kind of way of saying this, in my full potential. But really, what it is living as my spiritual contract. So, yeah, I'm just going to say that if you're here and you want to leave a comment, I'd love to acknowledge you and say hello back. So, what I like to talk about today in all of that is something that pretty profound happened to me yesterday when I was in something called a MetaQ. So it's meditation and quantum expansion combined. And as I was taking myself through a session, I saw very clearly a series of what I'm going to teach coming up very soon. We're going to begin on April 10th. So it's a little over 2 weeks. I think it's 2 weeks and 2 days, maybe. That feels kind of cool. 2 weeks and 2 days. And what I'm doing is I'm enveloping everything that I have ever taught. And so it is taking you how it's taking you through divine timing, and it's taking you how to get out of living in your head. So if you're living from the neck up, how to drop into your body, how to literally master your emotions. You are not your feelings, you are not your emotions. And I teach you how to not only see them as what they are, frequencies in the ethers, but to then how to drop what is no longer serving you. So if you're self-sabotaging, if you're living in overwhelm, if you're living in anxiety, if you're living in all of the ways that can keep you stuck in this perpetual wheel of not feeling and not truly living in your dream body, in your dream relationships, in the amount of money that you want to flow through you or experience, all of this in the tangible world, then I teach you how to do that. And as we move through divine timing, I'm going to then teach you how to come into the essence of you, how to come into the spiritual, the soul self of you, and how to tap into your soul's contract. So, as a quantum numerologist, as an advanced quantum numerologist, this is something that I can do. I can read your chart and help you very directly know exactly what it is you are meant to clear out. Oh, I can feel like so much like moving. My nose like it starts to run, and I can feel a little bit of a tickle in the back of my throat. As I can feel, and my eyes are watering. So everything manifests physically in the body to show you what you've been thinking and you've been feeling. And how profound is that? How cool is that, right? So think of any ailments that might be coming up: the knee pain, the hip pain, trips and falls, anything that manifests physically in the body, literally anything, diseases included, illnesses, right? We don't catch a cold, we allow it in. So anything that is presenting in your physical body is the first step. It's the first way of your essence, your soul. Again, I use essence as the term, but whatever you might use for that, you might use your soul, your spirit, or your vibration, your frequency of who you are. It is trying to get your attention. It tries to get your attention via the body, and so the stuff will rise up in the body, and then it will move out through the Taurus field, which we can measure 29 and a half feet above, around, surrounding you, right? Above or below, if you're familiar with the torredial field. This is what you're creating. This is the kind of people that you're calling into your life. These are the kind of relationships and experiences that you're calling into your life. This is the kind of business that you're building. It's the kind of literally experiences, as big or as small as you might judge that to be. So when you are empowered by your emotions, when you're no longer at the whim of them, when you realize, one, that you are not your emotions, but you can literally choose as a conscious being, you are conscious, you're conscious, you can choose the emotions that you desire to feel. And when you can do that and you can move it through your body and can drop it into, from the back of the brainstem, the hormonal systems that travels at 286 miles per hour throughout your body, you can flood yourself with the emotions that you really desire to feel, the way that you really desire to experience your life. So what we're really talking about here, if you hear the undertone in this, is I teach you how to manifest, advanced manifestation techniques. So a very literal, real sense of being able to slow down the amygdala, and even be able to completely close off the amygdala, which is the part of the brain that says danger, alerts, this might not work, it's got to be harder, confusion, frustration, brain fog, all of that. It slows it down, it closes it, it collapses it, so that you can alert the other parts of the brain that can literally lighten up and be able to receive and to acknowledge and be ready to call in what you actually are desiring, which is another whole step that we're going to go through in this series that I can take you through, that I'm going to begin teaching on 410. What do you want? So many people that when I begin working with them, I ask them, and I can ask you this right now. Let's say that you are waking up in the morning. Tell me about your ideal day. What do you do? What kind of emotion do you wake up into? Do you wake up into the same bed that you're in right now? Who do you wake up next to, if anyone? How do you move throughout your day? How do you move throughout your body? How do you feel? What kind of experiences are you having? What kind of foods are you eating? What kind of, are you going to a career or a job? What kind of people are you spending your time with? What kind of conversations are you having? And here is what I hear so often from 100% of the clients that I begin working with. They begin telling me all of the things that they don't want to experience, all of the things that they don't want to have to do, all of the things that they don't want to feel. And because everything is energy, the universe can only give you what you are thinking and you're feeling. And so it's perpetuating this. It's giving you back what it is that you are not desiring to experience. But because it's in your frequency field, the universe isn't judging it. It's believing that because you are thinking about it, you must love it. So let's give that to them. I want to land into that just a little bit deeper. So when you are in what feels like a carousel spin of frustration and overwhelm and confusion and not enoughness and anxiety, and even a little bit of like, I'm just in this monotony of every day I get up, I go do my thing, whatever that thing might be, right? Get the kids to school, go to my work, go clean the house, go meet friends for whatever it might be, and then we go back. We're in this. You can get stuck in this routine that maybe you don't even realize isn't really in alignment with who you are. And day after day after day, you create this habitual habit of thinking and then becoming, thinking and then becoming. And because you are aware of what you don't want, you are only calling that back into your field. And because the way that the universe works, and that everything is energy, because you are thinking and you're feeling about what you don't want, what you want to overcome, the energies that be it God, universe, source, whatever your terminology is, because you're spending time thinking about it, it says to itself, it believes, because everything is energy, it's like a magnet to you. It's giving you more of that. It's giving you more of those experiences. And so when you can learn how to literally step by step drop those ways of being, those ways of thinking, then you can call in what it is that you desire, what it is that you want to feel, what it is that you want to experience. And this is what I'm going to teach literally step by step in a series that I'm calling, which again came to me yesterday in a meditation and quantum expansion. I'm calling it Holy Shift. Holy Shift. Because sometimes it only takes 1 degree pivot of perception to completely reframe your life. And it's that shift, right? It's that subtle shift that if I just were to pivot 1 degree, my complete, like my whole overview on life, what I'm looking at, what I'm experiencing completely changes. 1 degree, that's it. And so this is why that's the holy shift. Holy shift. Everything in your life can completely rise up, clear out in order to call in what it is that you really desire. This is universal law of vacuum. It works just like the law of attraction. If this is something that you're aware of, like from The Secret, right? If you're someone like me who years and years ago watched The Secret, and I had those big letters on my cabinets that said ask, believe, and receive. And then I wondered why every day I would look at the letters and I would ask and I would believe. And guess what? I never received, because everything is energy. Because there's this uh, big gap between asking and believing and then receiving. So there's a big gap between asking and believing, which is frequency, it's vibration, and then from believing and then receiving. And that's why I titled this live, If You Could Have It All. What if you could have it all? Because you can, because everything exists, because everything you're dreaming about having and experiencing, it already exists. You're not creating new energy. You're not creating a new person. You're not creating a new business. You're not creating a new, it already exists. It exists in vibrational form. So you can have it all. Would you be willing to receive it? And that's that step. That's that step between believing and receiving. There's this big open gap. And I teach you literally, vibrationally, step by step, how to receive that. Oh my gosh, I get like so choked up because I spent so many years, over a decade, wondering, what am I doing wrong? I'm asking, I'm so believing, I'm doing all of the, oh my gosh, all of the big poster boards with all of the magazine cutouts. And I know I'm aging myself right now. I'm 43, I'm almost 44 years old, y'all. 43, I'm almost 44. So I remember the days of, oh my gosh, I'm going to talk about this for just a moment. So I used to, when I was 16 years old, I managed a Blockbuster. And at the end of the month, when the magazines would expire, we would rip off the cover and then myself and the other employees I would share it with, we could take the magazines and we could then have them, right? The ones that didn't sell off the shelf. We'd rip off the front because we'd send them back to the company that they never got sold. And so as young as 16 years old, I began doing this. The vision boards, right? Cutting out of magazines, the stuff that you really desire to experience in your life, all of the words and the stuff. And then you would put the poster boards up and around all over your home or your bedroom or wherever it might be. So this is, if this is you and you're wondering like, well, I'm doing all the things, right? I'm visualizing, I'm meditating, I'm breathing, I'm believing, I'm creating all of the vision boards, I'm going to the retreats, I'm listening to the gurus that are popular right now, and I get really hyped up. But then I'm back to square one. That's what I teach you. I teach you how to step off that carousel of like, it's just not working. This issue isn't working. And I teach you how to come home to yourself, because there's not anything out there that's going to teach you how to be like another. You are, and again, if you're hearing this right now, you are meant to come back home to you. You have a spiritual contract, you have an agreement. You chose this body, you chose this life, you chose these experiences. And when you're willing to move through that, when you're willing to recognize the karmas that you came here to clear, right? Karma's not a bitch. Karma's not something that's like being impressed upon you because you did something bad. Karma is it's an enmeshment of energy that is telling you, it's showing you, is this what you want in life? Is this what you really desire? Then go this direction. Go head first into that which you really fear. And when you clear it, when you collapse it, you can have what you really desire, which again brings you all the way back to, do you know what you want? Do you really know what you want? Let's take values for a moment. Let's talk about that. I'm thinking of those signs, like those pictures you can get that says like live, laugh, love, right? Like all of those, the ways that we have been subtly and very overtly programmed and conditioned to believe that we should, in air quotes, like we should, value certain things. And so whether this is through your religious organizations or your familial or friends, whatever, whatever it might be, maybe even through business, you've been taught that certain values are really important. And so when I ask you what it is that you want, can you take it even like below that, right? So if let's say that you want something, just think for yourself right now. When I ask you, what do you want? If what you want is something that is in the physical world, so let's say that I want a thriving business, or I want a really healthy relationship, or I want to call a partner into my life, or I want a really, I don't know, big booty, whatever it might be, literally in the physical world, then let's take that below that. What are the emotions that you're really desiring to feel and experience, right? Let's talk about a dream home. So if you're wanting a dream home, well, what is the experience that you're desiring to have and to feel by living in that dream home, by being in that dream home? And then underneath that, what is your value system? What is it that you truly value that to get to those emotions? And this is something that I guide you through as well, and I teach you so that you can rid all of the societal programming and really come home to you. So I'll give you an example of this. I recently did this because your values will change over time. You will change, you will shift, you will evolve. Values aren't something that you're just innately born with and you'll have them for the rest of your life. Values are something that absolutely are meant to change, as you grow and you expand and you evolve. And so I recently did this myself. And what I came back to is my top three values are love, playfulness, and bold. To be really fucking bold, to go live and to talk for 19 minutes nearly, and to just let everything that's flowing through me to channel through me and to say out loud and to be witnessed and to be seen and to talk about what it is that I can help you express and to be in the world, to drop all of the frustration again and the overwhelm, the confusion, what feels like just like brain fogginess, right? And to really experience what you desire to have in your life, this peace, this ease, this flow, this just like, if you've seen any of my other videos, it's like this movement, like this just grooving of like, I've got this, right? Like, jeez, I've got this. I've got this because I've got me. And so I can take you through that and I can help you. And I'll share that being bold has never been one of my top three values, but it is right now. And it is right now because I'm having so many downloads and an entire series of teachings moving through me that I need to be bold. I need to be bold and I need to say this out loud. And I've been working on it. And I've been so excited to say this out loud and to share this with you. So, to really understand who you are, to really come home to you and understand that your value system is yours, it's truly yours. It has nothing to do with what anybody else around you believes. And so I'm going to say that one more time. I'm going to begin teaching this on April 10th. It's in 2 weeks and 2 days. And so if this is something that you're being called to and you're being inspired to be a part of, then send me a direct message and we can have a conversation. We can see if this is a fit for you. But I can feel this right now. I can feel very specifically three people that is listening to this and can feel this moving through them. And I'm just going to put it out there. I used to filter this and say that let's have a conversation and see if I'm for you and if you're for me. But honestly, energetically, vibrationally, the way that I shaped this container and I decided to come live, if you're hearing this and you're inspired, then this is for you. Then you will get the holy shift that you have been waiting for in your life. All right, I'm going to leave it there. With that, I send you so much love, so much playfulness, and so much boldness as I sign off. And I look forward to hearing from you all. Have an amazing day.